Okay. Hey, we're back, baby. How about that? So, slight network hitch and glitch. That's what we'll call it. But we are back. So, I'm going to say Rabby017. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You are our 100th follower. Woo! Burr, 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 burr. Ah! Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Welcome to the MeatHaus. We like to have fun here. Okay, so little network glitch that just occurred, but we should be better now. And we'll take this one and we will change this from public to unlisted. Done. Save. There we go. Cool. All right. So, hey, sorry about that, but we're back, baby. No matter how reckless, no matter how hopeless, go dying on your own. Just help me help you. Whoa. All right. Okay, everything's back. Sorry about that. So, yeah, was watching an interesting YouTube video talking about different goals and how basement bodybuilding on YouTube, dude's jacked, knows a lot of shit about hypertrophy training, all of those things. Definitely recommend checking him out. But he was talking about goal setting for bodybuilding and how strength goals may not necessarily be the best for bodybuilding and hypertrophy. And he gives the example of like, you know, there's really small framed powerlifters that can put up a ton of weight, and getting hyper fixated on a strength goal. For example, you have a super wide bench with a big arch to really limit that range of motion where you're training the skill of strength and you're putting up big numbers, but you're shortening range of motion, less stimulus on your pecs for chest development, things like that. And so his recommendation was kind of shifting that mindset more towards like measurement goals, as opposed to just, you know, being hyper fixated on numbers. Not to say that tracking your lifts and weights and things over time isn't important, because obviously it is, but that measurement goals are something he's used to progress. And I thought, you know, that's an interesting way to think about things, and not a way that I have thought about things. And so maybe we'll set measurement goals in the new year and see kind of where we want to end 2026 at. So that would be an interesting exercise, I think, to go through. Okay. There's another warm-up done. And 120. I'm just gonna keep adding weight and see. Well, I know what weight we're gonna do today. We're gonna do 130 is our working weight for today. And we're aiming for sets of 10 to 12. So we are a little bit behind today as a result of the technical hiccup that we had a couple minutes ago, but we are back and everything should be good. And it looks like things are holding steady, which is about all we could ask for. So let's go for our last warm-up set with 120 before we get into our working sets. Okay. And there we go. One day we'll go all the way down to 300 pounds. Could you imagine? A dude ripping 300 pounds on pull downs? Yeesh. That would be a lot. Like what a beast you would have to be. Maybe one day, but today is not that day, and neither is tomorrow. That'd be wild. Just the biggest, broadest back you've ever seen. Can't even fit through a door. Whew. Okay. Excited for today. It's going to be a great lift. Because now we're really getting after it. And I need to copy our training from last week into this week. Okay, perfect. All right, first working set. All right. Some creaking. Oh. Oh. Might need to retighten some of these little bolts, but that's okay. I can do that off stream. So I do feel my bicep kind of taking over while doing this. So I'm actually gonna drop back down to 120 and make sure technique is dialed. And looking at last week, yeah, I even have a note saying bicep on this. I don't know why I missed that earlier. So I'm actually gonna drop we're gonna drop our weight and make sure our back and our lats are, receiving the stimulus and not letting my biceps ultimately take over. So we'll make a quick adjustment here. But we still need to make sure we are training. Oh, sorry, no, I'm giving you guys the view of our gross floors, but need to make sure we're training with enough intensity that we can boop, boop, slight zoom, but also with sound technique. So, okay, here we go. So scaps are up, scaps are down. Here we go. Whew. Okay. Okay. We have one more set of these, and then we'll be all done. Ba-ba. Okay, there we go. Spreadsheet updated. All right, so we'll do one more set of these pull downs. We will drop you guys in the camera down a bit. We will get our different handle, I don't know what I'm trying to say, our different handle attached, and then we will do our seated cable rows with more flared elbows to hit our traps versus a more tucked elbows will hit our lats. But for these, we'll try and keep forearms or hands, wrists in line with forearms, in line with the bar, and more of a, this motion to hit our traps. But before we get there, we have one more set of pull downs we need to hit. Need a little H2O. H2O. Okay. Hands are hooks. Okay. Oh. Whew. Okay, we're feeling it for sure. Down in our lats. So 3 sets, 10 to 12. You know, those last couple reps where I can't get, you know, all the way down to touch my chest, you know, we're kind of just grinding through, and wherever that sticking point is, you know, I think it's easy to hit that sticking point and then just flip, you know, go right back up instead of trying to hit it and try and pull through it. You know, and man, those last 2 or 3 reps in that kind of partial state, man, tough, not gonna lie. Not going to lie. But overall, pretty solid. For whatever the reason is, when I go back and look at the footage, I do notice my left arm, you know, especially my forearm and in my bicep. I mean, I'm getting like a decent arm pump doing these, which is, I feel like it's gonna happen, but it's not necessarily what we want to happen. But I do feel like, especially from like here down, I kind of engage my biceps more, which I need to think of some cues or technique adjustments to make sure our biceps aren't the primary driver and mover, and that it is our good old lats. But maybe we'll switch up from kind of that medium grip and we'll do maybe a more narrow grip and see how that feels. For right now, we are adjusting. We'll go kind of like that. Should be good. All right, let's get those calves. Who's that guy with the calves? We will get our little grippies. Hey. And we'll move on. Oh, my back. Oy. We'll get this guy set up right here for our seated rows. So for these, we want to keep elbows higher, at least that's the goal, to hit more of our mid-back and our traps, as opposed to tucked elbows will hit more of our lats. So hand position, elbow angle, all those things are pretty important when it comes to back training, and where your hands are situated, the angle of your elbows will determine, are we hitting, you know, more of our trap, are we hitting more of our lat? And so for these, you know, I used to take a pretty tucked elbow position. This is too heavy. But this week we're gonna go a wider, more flared elbows. Oy. Okay. Now this should be much better. Oh. So in watching that, obviously not up here, more, I mean, we're not super tucked, we're kind of more in this area, not way up here, which is kind of what we're looking for. So, but weight-wise, I mean, I think we're spot on with where we want to be for these 3 sets. We'll get some more. Like this. Ooh, there we go. Keep adjusting these angles a bit, and we'll actually zoom out a tad so we can keep checking how our back is moving, excuse me, during these working sets. What did we end up with? What are we on? 100. For this, we will do 3 sets, 2 sets. Okay, perfect. And we'll get the command center out of the way. And one more quick sip of H2O. Can I get some water? Folks watching, hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for giving me a little bit of your time this Wednesday morning. Hope you're having a good day. We're the MeatHaus, and we're live pretty much Monday through Friday at the same time, talking, I mean, really whatever people want to talk about, but mostly bodybuilding, some hypertrophy, a little bit of strength training. You know, trying to have a silly goose time, build a community of like-minded individuals that support one another, all that stuff. Oh, shit. So, here we go. Second set. Last one, come on. Come on, one more. Okay. There we go. Okay, Higgman, what's up, man? Life is but a dream. If I could take you off to paradise up above. If I could tell you I'm the only one that you love. Oh. Dude, how's your day? Happy Wednesday evening. For you. Good old Wednesday morning for me, and so for our, actually, why don't we do a little more, do a little profile. Don't walk into my wife's car. Okay. And that should hopefully be okay. Yeah, that should be good. We'll go with this and see how this does. Oh. So we have one more set on these guys. So we did 15, 14, and then we'll see how we do on set 3. Again, we are working to keep, not necessarily super tucked elbows on these, right? So again, elbows tucked, even if we had a more neutral grip or an overhand grip, right? This is going to bias the lats more with your tucked elbows. With more flared elbows, this is going to hit your traps a bit more. I mean, I guess if you were like way up here, right, this is gonna hit, I guess, kind of your rear delts, but also still more of your traps. And for me, this just like does not feel good being way up here. So we're not, here kind of scraping against my sides or anything. We're more what kind of angle would that be? 90 degrees, I don't know, maybe like 45-degree angle. Shout out to sophomore year high school geometry. All about them angles, baby. Okay. So, just using our little blue straps that I've had for years and years and years and have still held up. Okay. Boy. Oh, my legs are so sore. Okay, here we go. Come on. Okay. Whew. Oh. Okay. So 3 sets, vertical pull on lat pull downs, 3 sets, horizontal pull with more flared elbows to hit more of our traps in mid-back. Now we've got something else. I don't know, I gotta look. Oh, but we are feeling it. That is for sure. Okay. Rear delt flies, shrugs. That's right. Okay. Good old rear delts. So we'll move wheel our bench over for the soon to be patented MeatHaus special family technique of rear delt flies. Which I need to do a little homework and Googling to see if there are some better options out there that I could be doing for rear delts. I mean, it's passable, right? It's not the literal worst thing in the world, but in the pursuit of optimal and appropriate stimulus for the muscles we were trying to train, I don't know, this kind of works, kind of doesn't. But we got to make do with what we got. So. We'll get wheel this guy. Whoa. Wheel this guy in the frame. Oh, quite a long message that I can't read. What's going on? Bathling X on YouTube about his variation on the dumbbell rear delt fly. Never tried it myself, but his demonstration seemed good. Do you want to, I don't know, you can put it in the Discord and I'll take a look. I know Athlean X got in some, well, I mean, I don't know if it's like YouTube fitness drama, but there's this whole thing of him getting caught using fake weights. So, I mean, I'm sure his like technique demonstrations are good, but him getting caught and called out for using fake weight plates kind of ruined his credibility. But I mean, what's his name? Jeff Cavalier or something like that? He's freaking shredded, so. So when you say turned over hand, do you mean this way or do you mean this way? Like palms facing forward or palms facing towards you? YouTube fitness gurus all have drama? Yeah, they do. I feel like the what's it called? I think because telling people training really hard and eating, I've learned every single one of them are weirdos. You just gotta take what you want. Dude, I mean, the goal is to be not a weirdo, at least for myself. We're trying to, I mean, I'll be the first to admit I do not know everything. And there are better sources of information out there than me, but every single one of them. Yeah, dude, I'm trying not to be a weirdo. So if it ever gets weird, call me out. Or gets like preachy or culty, please tell me, because that is, I like to think we're entertainment first, or maybe relatability first, because I'm just a normal dude and not a 2 million subscriber account that's trying to push product and programs and stuff on you. I'm just a guy with his forehead on a bench doing rear delt flies. Oh, okay. Oh, I need to put a towel on this bench or my forehead's gonna explode. Oh, a while ago, dude, Z's? Oh, and I can hit the pose. He's like this guy. Yeah, RIP. Everybody remembers Z's. He was an icon. He started the whole hypertrophy Yeah. Oh, dude. Z's, Louis Marco, vegan gains, duh. He'd always go, keep making those vegan gains. Yeah, there's that guy. Dude, Chris Beast Mode Jones? Dude, that's so funny. Dude, those are like the OG like YouTube influencer guys. Dude, Beast Mode Jones, what a guy. That's so funny. Mark Lobliner from Tiger Fitness, trying to have a, what's it called? Trying to have a online like supplement distribution to compete with bodybuilding.com, which, dude, bodybuilding.com just like crumbled in the face of Amazon. But yeah, dude, I remember all those guys. I was subscribed to like every one of those channels. Matt Ogus, he's still around, but not so much on YouTube, more so on Instagram and all that. Like I said, just put aside their antics and try and parse what they say. Most of it's all garbage. But really, every now and then you polish off a gem. Dude, 100%. 100%. I mean, I think when, like, dude, Elliot Hulse? Wow. Dude, I've not heard that name in so long. Elliot Hulse, wow. Dude, where he was like a motivational speaker and like practice like stoicism. Well, I mean, stoicism is not necessarily like a bad thing, but like, yeah, that guy was a trip. And all of his like content was geared towards, at least it transitioned to being more geared towards like young impressionable men and like how to talk to women and stuff. Oh, okay. Jeez. They're all weirdos trying to sell and convince you something, Robert Frank. Yeah. Dude, that is so funny how deep in the YouTube fitness game you were. Because, I mean, I'm 32, so like all those guys were like the peak YouTube influencers and fitness people before. I mean, it's just exploded now into guys in their teens and early 20s all just blasting steroids. And now like steroids have become super not taboo, which is kind of fun and funny to think about compared to where things were. But dude, you're pulling out the OGs in the YouTube fitness sphere. That's pretty funny. You're making me take a walk down memory lane. All right. So we did our rear delts. The non-Athlean X-Way. But I'll check out that video. And we will take our talents into the rack, which looks slanted, but trust me, it's not. Or maybe it is. We've checked and measured before. But we got to do some shrugs. So Dude, I know. There was like legit, it's so funny you bring this up. There was like legit internet beef over like weightlifting stuff. And then like all the natty or not stuff was huge. And like, yeah, dude, it's wild. That's why we're in our own lane over here, you know. We're not, I mean, dude, granted, on Twitch, we have like 100 followers, and on YouTube, we have like 90 something subscribers. So it's not like the Eye of Sauron is on the MeatHaus, you know, live streaming garage workout channel, you know, causing beef. I mean, how fucking crazy would it be if like one day I open up YouTube and or one of you guys in Discord sends me some video of a random guy calling me out. And it's like, MeatHaus doesn't know anything about training. Be like, dude, I know I don't know anything. Never claimed to. This is basically like a live vlog of my training. It ain't that serious. I forget his name, but there was this bald guy who got surgery, maybe cancer, and they removed one of his testicles, so he legally got tested as medication, but he would push his way of lifting. I don't know who that is. I don't know the bald guy who got surgery and they removed one of his testicles. Oh, dude, was it Furious Pete? Was that who it was? The guy who would do all the food challenges? Because he had testicular cancer. Now we're talking about this. And would make videos bragging that Dr. So-and-so will never get their money. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, what's funny is like, sometimes I'll talk to my wife and I'll say stuff like, oh, I don't know how you're watching this just like trash. The doctor I don't think is Athlean, but was another fitness guy like him. Damn, what were their names? They were real big. I mean, the only bald guy that I know that had cancer was Furious Pete. I don't know what happened to that guy or where he's at now. Mark Loblinger? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea. But it's fun. Like sometimes I'll give my wife a hard time, like, how are you watching this like trash reality TV with all this, you know, shitty drama and blah, blah, blah. This is all garbage. And then I have like my own version of trash TV and drama and stuff. And it's just like YouTube fitness personalities beefing with other YouTube fitness personalities. Oh, dude, are you talking about Jason Blaha? Is that who you're talking about? And he went after Lane Norton? That's got to be who you're talking about. Dude, that's got to be who it is, right? Jason Blaha? Dude, okay. Dude, wow. That is fucking hilarious. I have not heard... Dude. Dude, this is like a... You know when like you talk about as a kid having like a core memory? Dude, that is so funny that you remember this. Wow. Oh, okay. Dude, I see Automods going crazy over here. Spamming. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this for you. Hold on. You'll be good here in a second. Blah, blah, blah. Click to show. Dude, you've been timed out because you put so many caps. That's funny. Okay, you're now a regular, so you shouldn't get auto-modded. Got an overzealous Nightbot, so we should be good. Chat moderation. I don't know why excess caps is even enabled. We just turned it off. Okay. Dude, sorry you got timed out for 60 seconds. You'll be back here in a sec. How did I get it when you described him? Dude, I think once you said he was the bald guy who looked like a slob, that's when that got in a lawsuit with another doctor. And I'm like, bald guy who looked like a slob? And then I'm like, oh, dude, Jason Blaha? I don't even know what that guy's doing anymore. I can't imagine he's still around. But yeah, he went after Dr. Lane Norton, PhD in like protein synthesis or whatever. And I totally forgot that they were beefing. And Lane, who's like a legit, at the time, was like a world record power lifter and like had many successful companies and was like a natural pro bodybuilder and all of these things. And then this guy who was like not the guy to be critiquing another man's physique, just got bodied and got sued for like defamation, and Lane won, which is insane. Dude, it's so crazy that you remember that. That's incredible. Okay. Ugh. There we go. All right, so we have two sets. I think 12 to 15. Let me check. And yeah, two sets, 12 to 15, 185. We'll keep our little belt on and little strappy straps. So let us build this body. Okay. Jason Blaha. Wow. Oh. I'm from the wounded side of lifting though. I got so much middle parts that I would not mind being on something if we weren't in Japan, but back in the States, I'd cry to a doctor to get something. Yeah, I remember you mentioned you're the, Michael Keaton Batman, where his whole body turns from the accident that you had, I recall. But yeah, man. Words are people exactly like me. So messed up. Lifting is just getting up and you're old. You should be able to juice. Dude, I agree. I think there's, people that are like hypergonadal, right? And whatever percentage of the population that is whenever you're, mid to late 30s when that stuff kicks in. And for like quality of life type stuff, I mean, absolutely. Like hop on some tests, do what you got to do to, live and feel normal. And for folks that have suffered injuries as well, where having, more muscle mass and being able to train in a way that allows you to still, put on muscle and all the benefits that can bring. I think definitely makes sense for sure. I'm based on your message, I'm assuming it's like pretty much impossible in Japan. Dude, messed up shoulder, foot, and a reconstructed spine. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's got to be tough. You love to lift and be a little gorilla? Yeah. Way past 30 in your 50s. Oh, wow. But yeah, I mean, love to lift. It's hard now at this age. Yeah. Yeah, I bet. But, I mean, at least you can do kind of what you can. Or, all things considered. I think I remember you saying you went to Korea for your surgery. Like, is that an option for? I mean, I'm not like some sort of expert on gear and test and stuff. Dude, just hammering preacher curls all day. Just preacher curls, dips, just get the full, massive upper body. And then, dude, you just got to wear pants and you'll be good. Nobody will know. Who needs legs when you have 18-inch arms, Oh, that'll do it. Korea's where you did your surgery. Okay. Yeah, I mean, is it like, would a doctor in Japan not, look at your situation and be like, yeah, let's give this guy some test? I mean, I know nothing about the healthcare system in Japan or what that's like, especially as a foreigner. Even though you said you've been there like 30 years, so. All right, so we've hit most of our back exercises. We did our rear delts. We've done some shrugs. Now we're gonna transition to some biceps. Japan is far behind the modern world in medical tech and freedom. Okay. So seems like a bit of a non-starter in your case. So we have 70. Okay. They didn't have the tech for your spine surgery. That's why you went to Korea. Okay. I'll get this out of the way. Whoa. I'll find out once I get some real time to get back on the ball, though. Man, it's going to be awesome if they let me get a prescription. Yeah, dude. I mean, there was some study that was like, they took like people, like whatever age range, I don't recall. They took an age range of individuals and said, these people are going to work out on this program. These people are going to work out and use steroids, like however much test they're gonna take. And then this group is not gonna work out and is just gonna run test. And the group that didn't work out but took test put on more muscle mass than the group that trained hard for like however long it was, 12 weeks naturally. So it's just like, dude, it's crazy the gains people can get. So, oh. Many think you just magically on the juice magic you get big, but you gotta put in the work too. Mariola, welcome to the MeatHaus. How are you? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. We like to have fun here. Have my 20 to 30-year-old body. Yeah, dude. I get it. I get it. Good. Mary, glad to hear that you're doing great. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, can't complain. You know, we're just getting our workout in. Okay. So, 30 pounds. 40. 50. 60 and 70. And we will do this for 3 sets of about 12 as our first bicep movement on the day. And we'll see how these go. So, trying not to have this be crazy loud, but sometimes that happens. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of water. Bald, no problem. Bye-bye hair. Junk, no, not working, no problem. 4 kids, married way too long. Everything's retired. Juice me up and let me curl. Love the vibes in my stream. Thank you, Mary. How long have I been streaming? Since like end of June. So June to July to August. So I don't know, like 3.5 months maybe. Four kids married way too long. That thing is retired. Dude, that's so funny. All right. First set. Going for, like I said, 12 to 15. Oh, here we go. Oh, 13. Whew. Oh. You must be working to be partner. I mean, Mary, I know a sales pitch is coming here, so you can just pitch. I mean, partner would be fine, but like, we're having a silly goose time here. And if partner happens one day, sweet. If it doesn't, it is what it is. But I like the little community of lifters and like-minded individuals that are showing up. So yep. Okay. So let's log this. We did 70, 13. Okay. Dang, it's already almost 8 a.m. Do I have a goal? Okay. Mary, I can look at your profile and the questions that you're asking. Your, what does it say on your thing? Like a Twitch promoter in things. Boost my live chat reviews, subscriptions, community, logo and banner design, all those things. I mean, my goal is to build a like-minded community of people that like to train and work out and have good, fun conversations. And see what ends up happening. So if you have a sales pitch, you can just go ahead and pitch, and I will tell you I am not interested. So, but go ahead. The floor is yours. Oh. Come on. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh. Okay. Yes, that's what I do. Mary, I'm gonna have to ban you. I'm sorry, I'm just not interested. If you wanna hang out, that's cool. We don't need a sales pitch. Why am I not interested? Because I don't think, yeah, well, I know for a fact, I don't want it. I don't think the community at large wants it. This is more of a training vlog and community building. We're not here to, you know, sell courses or anything like that. So, no thank you. Oh, cool. Well, hey, this was fun, Mary, but we will see you later. Elliot Holst became like this. He went from building strength and community to trying to sell. Yeah, dude, like, I don't think anybody's gonna wanna, you know, be hit with a, one, like, dude, I'm not paying for some promoter for our, for our lifting stream. you know, where we're just shooting the shit and talking about training and bodybuilding and working out and kind of whatever else comes up. We're not, you know, I'm not trying to be some motivational speaker or anything, you know, or, you know, buy my course or anything like that. Come on. Oh, okay. That is gonna call it. Oh. Oh. Jeez. That was tough. Oh, see ya. What's good, man? How are you? How's your day? Check rock right now. See what Japan see what Japan says. Yeah, dude, ask AI. It'll know. And then it'll respond with, would you like me to build a customized program to talk to your doctor in Japanese about hopping on test? Your day's good, but now back at work. Working the night shift. Well, dude, I hope the shift goes well. And, you know, you don't get any gnarly calls for tonight. And hope it goes quickly. We'll go like right there. We're just doing our pull day. We had, you know, one of those people who come in to try and, oh, you just had one? Well, dude, hopefully it wasn't too bad. Started the shift with a bang. Oof. Well, I really do hope the rest of the shift is more mellow for you. We had an interesting, we had one of those people come into the stream that, you know, you could tell are just waiting to do the sales pitch. You know, when did you start streaming? What's your goal? Are you trying to become a partner? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, lady, just do your sales pitch, okay? I'll tell you we're not interested. I don't think me or the community we're building here wants anything to do with what you got going on. But go ahead, do your thing. So that was fun. So yeah. It's really all we got going on, man. We're just doing some last couple sets of biceps here. We'll do 2 sets, 12 to 15 on these hammer curls for the girls. And dude, then we got to get out of here and get to work. But I re-added the chat overlay on the side. So that is hopefully not going to cause any issues with the audio desyncing again. It should be fine, I think, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Anyways, we got 12 to 15, or no, 15 to 20. So let's get this going. hold on. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Oh, okay. Ooh. 15. Oh, sheesh. Bowser, what's good, man? Big hot daddy Pog. Appreciate you being here, Bowser. Always love seeing you arrive. Grok says they have programs, need to pass a blood test. Oh, dude. Yeah, there you go. You found your in. Just, you know, go in for like a complete physical, get your test drawn, see where it's at. Dude, exactly. See ya, curls for the girls. I love my wife. She's the only girl. But overall, this has been a pretty good training session, I will say. Hard to complain. We had like a stream hiccup at the beginning, but we're back, baby. So, also, shout out to everybody in chat. A little earlier on, we had 100 followers on Twitch here, so we're officially in the triple digits, so please nobody unfollow. Drop us back down. But thank you for the support over the last couple months. Pretty cool to go from 0 to 100 followers here in the last 90 days or so. So I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Pretty cool. Pretty cool milestone. That's what you're saying too? Exactly. Married, old, curls are just for your vanity. Yep. It's really kind of all this is for, right? Is vanity. I mean, there's like health benefits too, I guess, but at a certain point it's, See, yeah, exactly, dude. The big 100. And you're one of the OGs. You were here from day one. So couldn't have done it without all your support too. So, do a little Final 14 cat girl. There we go. A little celebratory cat girl dance. Okay. Last set. Here we go. Okay, little pause. Whew. 5 more. Whew. Come on. Okay. Okay. Oh. Sheesh. Man. Okay. That's what I realized a while back. It's all vain. You don't need much to get through even the most demanding of lifestyles. I was a Marine, then a firefighter. Nice thing to have strength, but it's all for vanity in the end. Yeah. Happy sitting in my chair, looking like a shaped gorilla, while my kids climb all over me. Yeah? I mean, dude, I feel like there was some Buddhist monk that was getting interviewed, and the guy was asking him, like, are you happy? And his response was, sometimes I'm happy, but, there can't be happiness without sadness, right? You can't have one without the other. It's all in balance. And he was talking about how he doesn't chase happiness necessarily. What he seeks is peace, right? And being at peace with the situation and the scenarios that he finds himself in, and blah, 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 blah. Kind of what else? And I mean, personally, right, like I have physique goals, and size goals, but like you said, it's all pure vanity. But I'm also pretty at peace, with how things are going. Could things be better, and would I like things to be better? Sure, but at the end of the day, I'm healthy, wife's healthy, kids are happy and healthy. That's kind of all that matters. Everything else is like, that's the ice cream in my sundae, and then everything else is, sprinkles, chocolate syrup, caramel, all of that. But as long as the ice cream is good, which is, health, family, kids, they're all doing good, all that stuff. Sprinkles come and go, but let's keep the ice cream good. It's kind of how I think about stuff. Is that wise or is that dumb? I don't know. Okay, so we're at we've got probably like four more minutes, fellas, and then I got to wind this thing down. We got to get out of here. Oh, not a bad, back in, I mean, we're looking all right in terms of back development, so we'll take it. Sia is in Singapore. Oh, what is this? Who is blowing me up? What kind of meetings? Oh, I have a lot of meetings today. Woof. Okay. Okay. Oh. Salute. Yeah, I've got some yeah, Haga, you're I feel like you're spot on. I have a few buddies, like close friends, that went and became EMTs just to end up being firefighters for cities in California and back in I'm in Texas now, but also here in Texas. I don't have many buddies that are still that like started as EMTs that stayed as EMTs. They all ended up getting picked up on a firefighter crew. I mean, now I think they do pretty well. Like I have buddies that when LA was on fire last year, like this time last year, and they were down in like Orange County fire, and they all got called out. Like I have buddies here in Texas that like they got called out to California to go help with the fires in LA County, like right along PCH and stuff out in Malibu. Just a brutal job, man. A lot of respect for those folks. I mean, same with you, Sia. I know what you do is not easy by any stretch. So volunteering just to build network and working the ER. Once you get through it, it's sweet. Love that job. Now, I have some buddies that started as EMTs and then ended up being like registered nurses, like they're RNs now. And they still work EMT as like, I don't know, handful of hours a week or kind of like an on-call type thing to supplement their income. And they do pretty well doing that. They work crazy hours. Seems like they work like all hours of the day, basically. But get paid pretty well, double dipping. Okay. All right, guys, we are, it's about 8:11. I need to, go assist with the kiddos. And like clockwork, what is this? Water heater just started firing up. So we've got family that's up and about that I need to go assist with. So thank you all for your time and your viewership this morning. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your help getting to 100 followers. Pretty cool milestone. Triple digits. It's pretty sweet. So thank you guys so much for all the help and support getting there. That's awesome. We will be back same time tomorrow with our push day. So today, all right, pull day, vertical pull for lats, horizontal row for mostly our traps. Did some rear delts, some shrugs, and then some biceps, those beach muscles, all that fun stuff. And yes, the big 100. And on YouTube, I think we're at 93 subscribers. So we're like inching our way to 100 subscribers over on YouTube also, which is pretty cool. So we're making things happen. I think we got the audio sorted. We got the chat overlay back on the screen, which, it's small and hopefully not distracting, but got that in. And now that this is working, I think we're gonna get some music going, and maybe we'll do like themed days. So we could do like Metal Mondays or Trap Tuesdays. I don't know, we'll figure that stuff out. But do wanna get a little ambient music going so it's not just, dead air and all of that, now that I figured out this whole microphone situation. So that has significantly improved, I think. But with that, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all. You all have been great. We've been the MeatHaus. Have a good Wednesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And, finger guns. And, talk to you later. Bye-bye.